Hey folks, welcome to Hero Handbooks number 7. Today's hero is beloved by many. He's huge, he's strong, he's got a huge heart. You already know who I'm talking about. Reinhardt. This behemoth of a knight is probably my favorite tank, though I will say Roadhog is up there. With his gigantic hammer, he'll slam your ass into the ground faster than you can say, "Holy shit!" Seriously, this guy is very intimidating. When Ryan gets close enough to attack you, there is very little you can do to survive. Killing him is almost out of the question. So what makes this gargantuan gladiator such a killing machine? Let's get into it. First off, we have his hammer. It's a relatively close-range melee attack that does massive damage with a massive swing area. You swing at a person, and it is highly unlikely you miss. Damaged characters can't do much alone against you, though Cassidy's always a consideration. With a healer on your side, you are virtually unstoppable. You don't need gimmicks, movement, speed, or hit registration weapons. You can literally just bonk away at the enemy until they lie dead at your feet. Example. See that? All it took was a bit of placement knowledge, a rocket-powered hammer, and his first ability, his shield. This thing is super useful. With 1600 regenerative health, it can take a lot of damage, and it's wide enough for your entire team to huddle behind. Close range attacks do get through it, so don't depend on your shield for melee engagements. Regardless, this thing can win the entire game for you if used right. When retreating, when charging in, there's a sweet spot for when to activate or deactivate the shield. Remember, you can't attack or move quickly when it's up. Consider using the shield as a wall, since most heroes won't want to get close to you. They'll back up continuously until they either have to try and dodge around you or hit a wall. In both cases, feel free to smash their brains into the pavement. The shield is a huge asset, and the fact that it naturally regenerates basically means you have a disposable 1600 health to throw around. Next ability is Charge. You've noticed, I hope, the rockets on his back? Yeah, those aren't for show. And just like a real airplane, getting full impacted by a charging Reinhardt is probably career-ending. This one requires a bit of timing. Yes, it is totally a one-hit kill for more than half the heroes in the game, and an incredible advantage against the rest of them. However, that doesn't mean you should use it all the time. It should really be used maybe once or twice in an engagement, once entering, and then maybe again to end a tougher tank. Think about it like this. While Reinhardt is very strong, very versatile, and extremely tanky, that doesn't mean he can survive without a healer. In that regard, he's just like most tanks. Any healer works really, but I always prefer a damage-boosting Mercy. Whatever you've got to work with, the charge ability pretty much guarantees that you'll be carried away from your source of life. And even if you survive, that doesn't guarantee that your healer will, considering you are their only real defense. So make sure you hit your target, and keep in mind that the charge can be cancelled, so run back to your healer if you miss. Next, his second ability, Fire Strike. This is his only long-range ability, and it is good if you can aim it. It does a lot of damage, soars straight through any shield or player-made obstacle like it was nothing. You even get 2, and then they recharge. This means that going into a fight, you should toss both at the enemy tank-healer duo, and then as they recharge, throw them around again to soften up enemies for your team to take out. There's a very fun combo I enjoy using, where you're keeping your shield up to protect your team's approach, and as soon as contact is made, drop it just long enough to send your strikes into the fray, and bring it back up until it's hammer time. Here's a quick example. Finally, his ultimate. Called Earth Splitter, this thing has monstrous capabilities. It's got no wind up, you just press it and boom, Earth is split. Reinhardt slams his hammer down, and any enemy directly in front of him, maybe 10 or 15 feet in front, drop like a sack of rocks and are stunned for 2.5 seconds. You can wail away at them while they're down, no issue. An excellent way to remove enemy tanks, healers, or annoying tank killers like Reaper or Cassidy. There's not much skill involved here, just knowing when to use it. If you've got the advantage, don't waste your ult on someone you're already going to kill. Just save it for the next team versus team engagement. Opening an interaction with this ult is priceless, because more often than not, the enemy tank is also saving their best move for the first few seconds of your fight. It's great to just veto their intentions, interrupt their attacks, and slam a 5-ton hammer into their ribs at the speed of sound. So, Reinhardt. He's a frontline tank with serious offensive and defensive capabilities. He can charge directly into enemies or put up a shield to defend his teammates from enemy fire. He can send literal burning air right into the opponent line, and can even stun them for a pretty long time, all things considered. Rein is a very strong tank, and he's got a pretty high pick rate. That's why there's one more segment to this video, fighting an enemy Reinhardt. Yeah, that guy. He's really annoying because with him, any advantage matters. He gets an extra string off on you, and you lose that fight. If he manages to charge into you, then the first thing you have to do is charge him right back. Include in your swings a fire strike or two. At close range, it's guaranteed to hit, and does more damage than one swing anyway. It is really worth it. And if you both get to low health and you think you might win, shove that second charge right into his stomach and break him against the wall. All that to say, Reinhardt is my favorite tank. Thanks for watching, folks, and I hope you enjoyed. I really appreciate all the views on my Sombra video. It means a lot. Have an excellent day.